Hello everybody, my name is Kanai and welcome back to the unboxing, where today, we're rolling back the clock to fucking December again. Yeah, we got another Shinkocchou Seihou. I found this one for a fine price, and I was like, I might as well jump in on it. I've been interested in picking it up for a while anyways. So yeah, this one, it does interestingly slot into the history, because a lot of Shinkocchou Seihou is, Heisei Phase 1 stuff, which makes sense. A lot of the Heisei Phase 1 stuff was kind of rapid fire shot into existence around the early stages of SH Figuarts, because the first ones, I believe, were done for, geez, was it done for Den-O? Den-O era / Kiva era? You know, around, no wait, no, it was decades, sorry. It was around decade-ish. Whatever. So they just kind of shotgunned a lot of releases out early on, where they just didn't do them at all with cases like Hibiki or the original Kiva. So a lot of that's been rounded out. But then as time went on, as series came out, technology got more and more advanced, and therefore people's need for Shinkocchou Seihou version was honestly lessened for the most part. However, for this character, it was sorely necessary. So today we are going to unbox the SH Figuarts Shinkocchou Seihou Kamen Rider Wizard. Now, this is specifically the 10th anniversary version. I want to make note of that. This is a re-release of the figure that was done for the 10th anniversary of Wizard back in 2023. I want to say 2022, 2023. I want to say. I forget the exact release date of this figure. However, not to worry. This release is practically the same as the original. The only differences are completely additive. And the packaging, of course. The packaging, and then one extra accessory. Otherwise, this is the exact same figure, so if you're going to go in on Wizard, you can either go for that version or this version. Honestly, we're going to be honest here, no real reasonable difference. Just go with whichever one you can find, I guess. So, the front of the packaging is a standard Shinkocchou Seihou packaging. It's got a different image of Wizard to help differentiate it. It's the Kamen Rider Wizard 10th anniversary version, but otherwise it's the standard Shinkocchou Seihou, white background, weirdly grainy image, and slightly desaturated image. Bandai Namco up at the corner, Tamashii Nations and Bandai down in this corner, the sticker, that's the Tamashii Nation seal of quality, right there. Otherwise it's the same as the usual Shinkocchou Seihou stuff. This side says Kamen Rider Wizard, Flame Style, 10th anniversary. This one I accidentally gashed while taking it out of its main box. Bottom says SH Figuarts, top says SH Figuarts. Looking at the back, you've got all the usual promotional renders, SH Figuarts, Shinkocchou Seihou, usual quotes and whatnot. We got Wizard standing there with a cool pose, which is showing off one of the cool features of this figure compared to basically every other SH Figuarts I own. Him doing the flame style, kind of like flame please, him doing his rider kick, and him using his sword gun thing. It's complicated. Doesn't really matter. What does matter is that this is a cool-ass action figure of a rad-ass design. But anyways, let's get this sucker open. 1, 2. Once again, this opens like a standard Shinkocchou Seihou. Slide the top of the box up. We'll put that to the side. First things first, first thing you see when opening the figure, we get the instruction booklet. It's not really a booklet, it's more of a fold out, but it shows everything that the figure does. Shows all the hands, shows the way that the chest works, shows how you swap out the fucking rings, which is something you can do, I guess. That's Shinkocchou Seihou going extra. The way you switch out the belt, the way that the sword gun works, and for this release, the main difference, which is very funny to show them showing how it works. Whoa, he can stand on a stand? Whoa! Anyways, here's the figure, and as you can tell, it's very nicely done. Before we get to the figure, though, we gotta get to his accessories. So let's slide him out of the way. And then from behind him, pull out everything he comes with. And you can see the main difference with this release right here. This figure comes with the Kamen Rider Wizard 10th anniversary stand. It's compatible with Tamashii Nation's Act 5 stand arms, but it doesn't come with a stand arm. It's just a base. Which is why I say you can go either way, because it's not like this comes with an actual stand. It's just a base, and if you don't really care about Wizard, who gives a shit? The same was true for a couple of other releases. Specifically, I believe you can see it in frame. That Kamen Rider Double, that's the Futo PI version. It did the same thing, just with a Futo PI themed base. It doesn't actually come with a stand arm. It just comes with a black base that says Futo PI. Same goes for the Kamen Rider 01 Realizing Hopper. I've gotten a bunch of these releases for some reason, completely accidentally. But anyways, yeah. Let's open this up and pull out the stand first, because that's what we gotta pull out first, because there's some things behind it because of spacing. And it's got a little layer for the extra stuff that's behind it. As you can see, it's a nice little stand. It's cute. You can fit stand arms there, there, and there. And, yeah. Let me just plonk this down. Anyways, let's move on to hands, I guess. Yeah. So, here we have a fist. So, as you can see, every hand has a little porthole right there. That's for the ring. Then we got the, standard kind of looking hand. Anyways, we got like a gun holding hand for a trigger and whatnot. We got swanky little magic hand for going like that, I guess. Which, I mean, sure, swanky little magic hand. This guy needs swanky little magic hands. This appears to be a different kind of trigger hand. I don't know. Maybe it's for magic. Here I have another swanky little hand. This is probably for the other hand. Yeah. And then whoop. Another little gripping hands. There are 4 more hands down here. A different kind of swanky little magic hand. And then on the other side. And then completely flat palmed hand. As well as for the other side. But yeah. That's a nice set of accessories. Next up, continuing with the hands, I guess, is the multiple rings, which are on like a little base here. You're kind of meant to put them on the belt, which I will do here in a second, but they're all tiny and covered in detail. And I'm going to do it on my own time because, oh my god, these are tiny and I don't want to lose them. Yeah, they're all wonderfully detailed and look beautiful, and yeah. Do a good job of capturing the rings from the series itself. Next up, let's look at the weapon. So first off, the first part is the hilt. This is very similar to the X-Aid that we looked at last time, funnily enough. But yeah, it has 2 weapon modes, and that gives you 1 hilt. The hilt itself is pretty nice. The main feature of it, though, is that you can open up the hand for final attacks, which is nice to see as a feature, or you can just leave it closed for normal attacks. And then it has 2 alternate modes. So first off, this is the gun attachment, which I believe fits on, like... So it's a bit tough to slide in, probably. How do you slide in? Smaller bit up top? I don't know. There we go. And then you can see it goes into blaster mode. So it can go pew 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 if it'll fucking focus. And there's got a little clear part there. Let's pull ye out. And then sword mode. Slide in like this. And you have the sword. I prefer the sword, I think. This is probably how I'll keep it. I'm not sure if I'll pose him with it. But, again, options are nice. Shinkocchou Seihou is great at options. It gives you basically everything that you need to have a nice, fully featured version of the character. At least in whatever mode they're in. So yeah, that's a great benefit for picking up a Shinkocchou Seihou. Outside of the figures themselves being really fucking good. Anyways, sorry. I'm a little bit of a dork when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm sorry. Let's close this back up so that we can take, finally, a look at the figure itself. Let's pop this open, and you can quickly see that this figure is absolutely gorgeous. The metals on the chest shine beautifully, and I'm going to work on some stuff off screen real quick. How'd you get like that, buddy? Buddy old pal, how did that happen? Give me a second. There we are. And then I just gotta get the plastic out from under him. And, yeah. That feels interesting, huh? Yeah, we can see just... Feels a tad bulky, but, I mean, that's kind of Wizard's vibe. But as we can see, the main benefit of this figure is the cloak. So, in the original release, it was a 1.0 Figuarts release, but that's not really the worst part of it. The worst part of it was this. The original cape was just a rubbery plastic that could barely move out of the way. You had to get like a separate option parts set for it to really have cool, windy action poses. But not here. Here, it is an actual kind of cloth part, with bendy wire in it, which allows it to do whatever the hell you need it to. And oh my god. Oh my god. That's great. That's wonderful. The belt can Shabadoobie Toutch to Henshin. Shabadoobie Toutch to Henshin. Anyways, yeah, that is just a wonderful... That is the main feature of why you should get this wizard. The nice cloth bits at the waist. Let's look at the bottom of the feet real quick. They are wonderfully painted in a nice silver color. That replicates the bottom of Wizard's boots fantastically. And then I'm going to zoom in for once and put some effort. Look at that head. It is perfectly replicating the original Wizard design. And yeah, it just looks beautiful. It's got that nice ruby red shine, a little bit of clear backing. The neck does get in the way of itself a bit, thanks to the collar, but yeah, oh, hell yeah, and there's a little layer on the back. Yes. This is absolutely outstanding as a release. And you can go like that. He's got a full range of motion everywhere, basically. This is slightly before O's, so it doesn't have the hyper articulation of, like, say, O's or whatever the fuck. But that doesn't mean that this figure isn't still well articulated. It has basically everything you would want. Yeah. Especially for such a kick-heavy character as Wizard is. He's able to basically get into whatever pose you would want him to. Sorry I left it zoomed in. This is why I don't zoom in much. Anyways, yeah, and then his chest also has that wonderful ruby detailing. It's very shiny, very beautiful. I think it advertised these moving up so that if you went into poses like this, it could be, like, consistent. Yeah, that's such a small little detail that they didn't need to include, but really helps it feel like the actual suit when he's, like, jumping backward or something. I'm not doing great poses right now, but that's just because for these unboxings, we just kind of mess around and find out. It does somewhat limit his ab crunch forward, but that's all right. Oh my god, I didn't even realize I'm putting the light up to the belt. That's made of a clear plastic, and it has a little bit of the, like, wizardy detail on the inside. Oh my god, this thing is wonderful. I basically say that about every Shinkocchou Seihou I get. I do highly recommend basically all of these figures if you get a chance to pick them up. They are pricey, but they are well worth it. Pick up one that is of your favorite design or favorite writer or whatever, if it is available. I do recommend it if you can get your hands on a Shinkocchou Seihou. But yeah, I'm sorry for rolling back the clock to December a little bit. I delightfully enjoy these figures, and yeah, I just felt I wanted to get Wizard since I saw it available. But yeah, that's this video. Let me know if you want to see a review of this figure by leaving comments in the description, in the comment section below. Let me know, hey, I want to see a review of this figure, or even you could talk about previous figures, or what you think of this figure if you already own it. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe as well if you want more content like this. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye-bye!